Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. 49ers Brandon Ayuk linked to AFC team amid trade rumors, report. Amid Brandon Ayuk's contract drama with the San Francisco 49ers, the Pittsburgh Steelers want to trade for him. Benjamin Albright of KOA Colorado reported that the Steelers are trying to acquire Ayuk, and Albright posted a screenshot of the text message from a source via X, formerly Twitter, on April 13. The text conversation included Steelers trying to get Ayuk for Russ and that would be a huge get opposite Pickens in response. Pittsburgh traded for quarterback Russell Wilson this offseason, and the Steelers already have one star receiver in George Pickens. It's not the first time Ayuk surfaced as a target for the Steelers. Ayuk reacted to the first round of trade rumors with the Steelers in March on social media. He posted to Pittsburgh head coach Mike Tomlin's X profile with "They saying we twins and what you think," followed by an eyeballs emoji. Ayuk called it all in fun during the Nightcap podcast with Chad Johnson and Shannon Sharpe on March 28. The resemblance between Tomlin and Ayuk made waves on social media amid the initial trade rumors. "I wake up and they're talking about another team that they got me, linked to trade talks or whatever," Ayuk said. "So I just said if everyone is saying this and that, let me go ahead and just put out one of my little spots. I reverted back to Tomlin, we can have a little bit of fun with it. It's all in fun, like I said, we're all professionals, it is what it is." But that's where the Tomlin stuff came from. Since the Super Bowl ended, Ayuk has been persistent on social media in pursuit of a new contract with the 49ers. It began with Instagram posts from his girlfriend and an old junior college teammate shortly after the Super Bowl, and it escalated when Ayuk unfollowed the 49ers on Instagram on April 12. Ayuk has a fifth-year option of $14.12 million with the 49ers, well below Spotrac's market value of $24 million annually for Ayuk's services. Last season, Ayuk tallied 75 receptions for 1,342 yards and 7 touchdowns. Ayuk spoke adamantly that he wants a bigger contract when he went on the Nightcap podcast. While Ayuk acknowledged the efforts in the contract talks, he also drew a line. "If they don't see the worth in that, that's all it is. It ain't nothing else besides that. I can't get into it. We got professionals working on both sides, so hopefully, we can come to a professional agreement to continue playing professional football," Ayuk said. Niners general manager John Lynch said the team won't trade Ayuk during an NFL owners meeting press conference on March 26. However, NFL Network's Mike Garafolo reported on March 30 that Ayuk and the 49ers are not close to a deal, which means a trade could be inevitable. "We're not close, and they have made a recent run at it from my understanding," Garafolo said during NFL Total Access on March 30. "It's not like they haven't had any discussions. Basically, it's a little bit of a standoff right now." Taking the increasingly common step of unfollowing his team during a contract situation, Brandon Ayuk has not requested a trade. But the 49ers situation complicates his future, and teams are looking into it. Receiver-needy teams have reached out to the 49ers about Ayuk's potential availability over the past several months, according to NFL.com's Ian Rappaport. Thus far, per Rappaport, San Francisco has rebuffed those efforts and is moving forward with Ayuk on the roster. That said, John Lynch has acknowledged the challenges of this process at multiple points this offseason. The draft looms as the calendar's second trade window of sorts and should be seen as one of the deadlines in this situation. The 49ers are in a good spot contractually for 2024, with Brock Purdy forced to stay on a rookie contract. By 2025, however, the team stands to have a much more complicated situation on its hands. As Purdy becomes extension eligible, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey are signed to upper crust or top market, in McCaffrey's case, extensions. Kittle, McCaffrey and Samuel will be in contract years in 2025 as well. That sets up a difficult landscape for the 49ers, who have Aiyuk and Charvarius Ward contract years presently. Aiyuk, 25, led the 49ers in receiving, by a wide margin, with a career-high 1,342 yards, last year. With the Devonta Smith contract, 3 years, $75 million, $51 million in practical guarantees, potentially settling in as the floor for an Aiyuk deal, the 49ers will need to determine their future with their talented wideout tandem. Although extension talks have begun, the 49ers and Aiyuk, as of late March, were not close on terms. Like the Bengals and T. Higgins, the 49ers keeping Aiyuk would provide a team on the championship doorstep. No team has ever been closer to a title without winning it than last year's San Francisco edition, with a better chance of stepping over an elusive hurdle. But the 49ers also faced an eerily similar situation in the past. They responded to the DeForest Buckner, Arik Armstead situation, which came to a head just after their first Super Bowl loss to the Chiefs, by unloading the more expensive player for a first-round pick. Indeed, GMs are monitoring this latest San Francisco contract quandary. One anonymous front office boss told the Washington Post's Jason La Canfora he expects the 49ers to move either Aiyuk or Samuel, but noted if Debo was the guy to go, I think he'd already be gone. The GM said he would be shocked if the 49ers do not move one of their receivers. Top O-line prospect, longtime Steelers fan hopes team turns dreams into reality. The Steelers have done their due diligence on the 2024 NFL draft class's top offensive tackle prospects, and that continued Monday. According to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette's Brian Batko, the team is hosting Washington offensive tackle Troy Fautanu as one of its 30 pre-draft visits. Fautanu, a longtime Steelers fan, posted an Instagram picture at the Southside facility with the caption "Dreams Turn Reality." The offensive lineman grew up wearing former Steelers safety Troy Polamalu's number 43 jersey and now could become the latest Samoan player named Troy to wear the black and gold. Pittsburgh currently owns the number 20 overall pick, and many experts believe the team will use it on an offensive tackle to pair with its 2023 first-round pick, Broderick Jones, on the offensive line. Fautanu certainly fits the bill. The main question is if he'll still be available come pick number 20, as he currently ranks as the third-best offensive tackle and number 14 overall prospect on Pro Football Focus's big board. The 6'4", 317-pound offensive tackle gave up only 3 sacks in his college career despite playing 1,255 pass-blocking snaps, per PFF. Fautanu did play on the left side at Washington, but his quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., is a left-handed thrower. That is why many believe he should be able to transition to the right side if that's what his future team wants. That's exactly what the Steelers are looking for after Jones spent his rookie season at right tackle, and the team has said several times that it drafted him to be its left tackle. If Pittsburgh drafts Fautanu and moves him to right tackle, it will arguably upgrade both positions after Dan Moore Jr. allowed 8 sacks at left tackle last season. Only time will tell if the Steelers will be able to land Fautanu, but there's no arguing it would be a good story while making his dreams become reality in less than 2 weeks. NFL draft analyst says Grahm Barton is the pick for the Steelers. When it comes to the NFL draft, few guys are as connected as Tony Pauline. So when Pauline was talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers and the 2024 NFL draft, we paid attention. Pauline shared what he had been hearing from around the league about the Steelers' first-round pick, and according to him, the belief is the guy the Steelers want is Duke offensive tackle Grahm Barton. If Barton is on the board when the Steelers go on the clock with the number 20 overall pick, it makes perfect sense for the Steelers to pull the trigger. Barton has been an elite left tackle in college, but was placed there out of need after a strong freshman year at center. Given the Steelers need a center and an offensive tackle, Barton would give Pittsburgh a ton of positional flexibility. At this point, it feels like a foregone conclusion that the Steelers are going to draft an offensive lineman, but whether it is an offensive tackle or a center remains to be seen. And you, fan, What do you think of the situation of Graham Barton? Leave your opinion in the comments.